Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. In a setback to the Karnataka government, the High Court has refused to interfere with the interim stay imposed on the state government's order mandating prior permission for private organizations or groups to hold public gatherings or use government property. A division bench comprising Justices S.G. Pandit and Geeta KB dismissed the state's appeal against the stay order issued by a single judge bench and directed the government to approach the single judge to seek relief. The bench had turned down the plea, observing that it was better not to bypass the single judge on some matters like this. The stay had been issued on the 28th of October. Though the government order, dated October 18, did not explicitly name the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, it was reportedly prompted by a letter from Minister Priyank Kharge recommending a curb on RSS activities in public places and was widely seen as targeting the proposed RSS marches to commemorate its 100-year anniversary celebrations. Well, what's even more interesting is that the letter was sent in the wake of that application by the RSS seeking permission to hold a route march and Vijayadashmi program in Chittapur Kaladurgi on the 19th of October, which coincided with another proposed march by the Bhim Army on the same route. Now, the go was challenged by 4 petitioners. In fact, the Punaschet Hana Seva Samaste, the We Care Foundation, as well as 2 individuals, Rajiv Malhar, Patik Kulkarni from Dharwad and Uma Satyajit Chavan, a social worker from Belagavi, who would argue that the order infringed upon their fundamental right to peaceful assembly. The main petition is scheduled to be heard on the 17th of November. Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, is joining us live. Sumit Peer, political commentator, is live with us on the broadcast. Ashok Gowda, BJP spokesperson, joins us live. Satyaprakash, Congress spokesperson, also with us on the broadcast. Satyaprakash, let me begin with you first. No relief for your state government. What do you make of this order? Do you believe it's a setback for your party?
Yeah, there's no setback. Either way, the stay granted by a single bench judge, Mr. Nagprasanna, said, it is an interim stay till the matter is taken up on November 17th. Another 10, 12 days, 11 days, the matter will be taken up. What the government felt was that it was bounden duty of the government to appeal against this, because we felt that stay is interim stay also is not in right spirit. Because ultimately, what did we do? We said that we didn't tell RSS or anything. We said that all public spaces are secular spaces. These secular spaces should not be utilized by communal groups on either side. It can be any fringe groups like RSS, PFI or anyone, not to utilize these secular spaces which are meant for peaceful activities. And what we said, even if you still want to use public spaces, you need to take permission, prior permission from the concerned authorities. Even if you refer to Chittapur of RSS march, the High Court has not given any decision as of today. It is still, my gut feel says the High Court is still on the side of the district administration. This same order was passed by Jagdish Shettar in 2000, when they were in power. You tell me one thing, should public spaces which belong to all, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, everyone, can be utilized by any one organization which says that it belongs to only one religion? No. Public spaces cannot be utilized by these, any organization which shows allegiance to any communal outfit. As simple as that. Today, this is not, is not a hit on the knuckles of the state government. It has said that go back to the single bench judge and you argue your case there, which we will do. In another 11 days, the case is again coming back to hearing on September 17th in front of Justice Nagaprasanna, and we will put our view in front of the judge. What we have to clearly understand is we need to sanitize all our public spaces from communal forces, as simple as that. No communal organization, whether it is RSS, whether it is PFI, or any communal
but the
petitioners,
petitioners on the basis of whom the stay has been given say that such an order infringes on their right to peaceful assembly. In a democratic nation, shouldn't that be allowed?
Okay, right to peaceful assembly, you should seek permission, no? What does Article 19 and all those articles say? You can assemble, but there are reasonable restrictions for it. You cannot have a lathi on your shoulder and march. Tomorrow the Sikhs will come and say, I will take the kirpan and go on the road. Someone else will say, I will brandish the gun. According to a lot of judgments, there are judgments which say that lathi also can be used as an arm. So what exactly we are telling is, if you want to still use public spaces, seek permission is all we are saying. We are not stopping anyone from using public spaces. Everyone can use public spaces under reasonable restriction. That is what the Constitution says. Everyone should go and seek the permission of the government or the police authorities or the district administration before they do that. Otherwise, what will happen? Every Tom, Dick and Harry will come on the road tomorrow. How can we allow such lawlessness? Is all
Ashok
what
Gowda of the
this
BJP
Karnataka
come in here.
government is saying.
Ashok Gowda, Satya Prakash giving his justifications for why this order came out in the first place. He also believes this is not a setback because right now, of course, the judicial process will continue. What is your perception of the order today? Do you read this as a setback for the state government? Also, do you believe that the order was wrong in the first place, or did the Congress government in Karnataka have rational and credible reasons for what it did?
See, first thing is the order itself is definitely not in the right sense, and Congress people have completely misunderstood what is communalism and what is secularism. And now, let me tell, because Satya Prakash used communalism with RSS, that is why I am answering this kind of a question. Otherwise, I could not have answered. He said 4 times. That is why I am answering. See, nowhere RSS has said that we work only for one religion or one community or one dharma. We work for the entire India, the people who live in India, who all live in Hindustan, we work for them. That is our agenda. When that is the case, how can you say that, like, you are communal and we are and other people are secular? Yes, PFI has very clearly said, STPI has very clearly said, and he is equating us, that is BJP or RSS, with PFI and STPI, whereas he has not read STPI manifesto or STPI's vision document, and that is why he can say this. And because of the appeasement politics, okay, leave that apart. Now let us come to the subject only. Now, just because of Priyanka Karge, who thinks that only by this force, and he wants to divert the issue, and that is why he bought this. And now, because of his ego, state government is feeling embarrassed, and that Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar are not understanding how embarrassing it is for the state government because of the Priyanka Karge. Now, another point is, in the entire Karnataka, the marches took place. RSS took the march, including the Lati, which is just to say that yes, we are Indians and we feel that we should be part of India. Nowhere the Lati has become violent force, and including the constitutional documents, that is the law never said Lati is weapon or it cannot be, we can never hold. He is equating talwars, he is equating guns with the Lati, and that itself shows that Congress person has not prepared himself well. And now come to the march. In the entire Karnataka, we have taken, in Bangalore alone, more than 100 marches took place on the next week of the Vijayadashmi. Now, in the entire Karnataka, more than 1,500 marches have taken place. Show me one place where anything has gone wrong. Anything has gone wrong. So the Congress wants to divert the issues from the farmers' deaths, from the women's rapes, women's murders, and now the farmers who are protesting. That is why they are bringing up all these stupid issues. And because of this, Congress is going to learn such a lesson which farmers and women of Karnataka is going to teach. Whereas Priyanka Karge, instead of focusing on RDPR department, instead of focusing on ITPT, he is focusing on everything else. He says RSS ban on one day, he says bad about Sanatana, he says bad about India itself. With all these things, tell me one achievement of Priyanka Karge in this past 2.5 years, where he thinks that RDPR has developed one step forward, and whereas he has got a new project, anything like in ITBT or anywhere, one project, one company where Priyanka Karge can feel proud, including Siddaramaiah has completely failed. In fact, I and Satya Prakash ji attended the last week one NGO had prepared a complete note, said that Congress achievement is completely failed. Only 3.7% of the manifesto is implemented in this past 30 months. That is the fact. Congress is trying to divert the issues, and including the guarantee schemes have failed. And
Okay. A quick response from Satya Prakash, and again Sumit Peer. Quick response from Satya Prakash, and again Sumit Peer. Quick counter, Satya Prakash.
I see. I and he was part of the debate. There, nearly 6.7 to 7%. We have finished our manifesto promises. More than 39% work is in progress. That means the work has started. Work is in progress. That means with 40% of our time being over after 2 years, 44% of our promises are over. One second, please, one second. You should mute him. You should mute him. See, there should be some, common sense, by BJP friends should have. When you spoke, I never spoke. When you spoke, I never spoke. Now, he is telling what has the RSS done? And he is telling RSS is not a communal organization. Now, I will quote. Their MP, Kageri, recently, yesterday, he said that Janagana Mana, we don't agree to Janagana Mana. It was done for the to welcome the British.
Now we're digressing. We're digressing a bit. I want to quickly come back to the topic at hand. Sumit Peer, come in here. Sumit Peer, come in here. The political debate, of course, we've already heard. But as far as this order is concerned, from the court, do you mandate it to be a setback for the state government in Karnataka? Do you believe this is another evidence that possibly the order was wrong, or do you believe it's too early to say?
Well, I thank you for having me on your show. Look, when you look at the order, all these provisions which Satya Prakash ji is mentioning are already in the constitution. They're already a part of Bharatiya Nyaya Pranalika. What was the point of this order, which was knocked down by the court saying it is illegal, it is the overreach of power, this is not required. This basically infringes with the public liberty and rights of the people. That's what the court said. So you went to a higher bench, they said, no, we are not giving you a stay. Go back to the lower bench. Fundamentally, you have tried to impose, if you look at the timing, you're trying to say if 10 people are gathering, it's some kind of a criminal activity happening. Now you're equating RSS with PFI. Now you know what PFI has done. You know the crackdown of PFI. It is oxymoronic if you even equate RSS with PFI. So are you saying that Prime Minister Modi, who is a part of RSS, who is a RSS Swayam Sevak and Pracharak, is some kind of a terrorist? Then that, if you're doing that, then you're saying, in a way, saying Prime Minister is a terrorist. All these ministers are terrorists. Then are you saying a BJP is a terrorist organization? No, that is not the case. No, you might have a lot of political differences with RSS. You might not want them to have the march, but you have to find those things. But equating them with PFI is, which is grossly wrong, which is this nation will not like, which nation will not agree. There's a minister, Khargeji, he might have his ego, he might have his political battles to settle, but you must find political ways to counter the political narrative. But if you want to misinterpret a law, go to a court where you get rejected twice and you say, no, we have won it. Today, logically speaking, if RSS wants tomorrow to take out a rally, can Karnataka government stop it? Answer is Uday, no, you cannot. Legally, there is no provision within you which you can stop it. So whatever your motive was, whatever your mission was oriented towards RSS to stop the rally. And Uday, let me tell you another thing. This RSS is a cultural organization. Look, RSS and its affiliates are in more than 100 plus countries today. So if here is Prime Minister Modi, he is not doing anything. For 65 years, they were in power. What did they do to RSS? How many people did they put in jail? Why didn't they ban RSS? Why didn't they declare it as if they're saying it's equivalent to PFI as a terrorist organization? And 120 plus countries where RSS is already present for 100 over years, how many of them have declared it a terrorist organization? How many of them have equated with anti-social organization? And if it's anti-social and a terrorist organization, why these countries are not banning it? Is also Modi influencing 120 people for last 100 years? 120 countries for last 20 years, and Modi is not 100 years old. So if you go by the logic and break it by the principle, it's a fiasco which you're trying to create. And the courts have said you cannot have the legislative power. You have the power of the executive, but you are infringing on the basic principles of justice, which is not allowed. Whatever you were saying, sir, there are already provisions in the constitution to safeguard against it. Why did you need to bring this government order? I mean, if in UP, tomorrow somebody wants to have a rally, again he has to take a permission. In Bihar, he has to take a permission. In Delhi, he has to take a permission. In Jharkhand, he has to take a permission. In anywhere, he has to take a permission. What was the speciality or need of this government order, sir? How does this kind of, enhance that permission or kind of dilute the existing law. That is what we don't understand, because these projects are what I mean, in journalism for so many years, these alerts are already everywhere. We have to do a rally, we have to take a permission. What is the purpose of this special order, and what is the timing of this special order, and what are the 5 different objectives you are going to meet, which are over and above not catered in the current legal system? If we can have an answer to that, we'll be highly grateful, because there's no answer. Answer is, it is politically driven, it is politically motivated. You want to stop RSS from having their rally, and you want to somehow equate them with PFI, which was rightfully done, which was done here on this show, which is highly condemnable, and we should not do. You can have political differences, but political differences need to be settled politically, and it is demeaning when you have 100-old or organization to be called as a terrorist organization. Uday, this is too much. I mean, you can have your political
Yes.
differences, that's okay, but
Okay.
ye mat karo, don't do this. That is highly demeaning. That's my request.
Manasvi Thapar, this is going to new lows, says Sumit Peer. What do you make of this government order in the first place? The stay that a single judge bench put on it, now this setback as it is being perceived by some, with of course the latest appeal to the single judge bench order not being entertained and being sent back to the single judge bench. What is your interpretation of this entire sequence of events? Who has come out tops and who has come out looking like possibly there was a bias towards the order?
I feel something which the state government has to answer. This particular order goes against the state government's interest, so there is no doubt about it. And this is something which they have to come clean. And as my brother Sumit said, that RSS cannot be equated with any other organization or cannot be termed as a terrorist organization. Having said that, if RSS would have been a terrorist organization, Congress and all the other political parties may have difference with RSS, and RSS can continue to have differences with any other political parties, and ideological war can also happen in the country. But equating them as a terrorist organization or doing something which is anti-country against the interests of the country is completely not called for. And that is something, if any political party in the past also have tried to equate RSS with against our country's interest or as a terrorist organization, have fallen flat. Why? Because the entire unity of RSS and the Hindus together, because RSS come from the ideology of Hindus, gets with them. So this is something which is a very delicate thing that should not have been touched by the Congress, and equating it does not solve any purpose. There are so many issues. On the contrary, playing politically dirty is something which BJP is very well known for. BJP was the first political party to actually freeze the accounts of other political parties. That's how politically wrong BJP has played in the past, and that past is also not a distant past. It's a very recent past. So there are political means to tackle BJP. Karnataka being a stronghold for Congress. Congress is very strong, has a very strong Karyakarta bal there, and has a very strong economical understanding there in Karnataka. So there are many ways in which they can tackle BJP politically, but using RSS is not a very healthy way to counter BJP. The real deal is to counter BJP, which Congress is very successful to do that in the last election. So I don't think this was necessary. On the contrary, this is something which was not called for and will not go in the right direction in their political arena in the future.
What do you believe is likely to be the way this will move forward in the court? Is it unlikely that stay will be lifted? Since you're an advocate, let me ask you that question, Manasvi. Where do you see this proceeding judicially?
See, first of all, my friends.
Sumit, one second, beg your pardon. Satyakumar, just before you answer that, Manasvi Thapar, on the judicial aspect of it, did you hear my question? I'm asking you, how is the case likely to proceed forward?
The case, already with this hearing, I think we have a clear idea where the direction is going, and it is not going in the direction of the state.
Okay.
So it's not where the state would have a better chance. I don't think so.
So unlikely any relief will come in for the state. Yes, Mrs. Satyakumar.
See, all my fellow panelists have forgotten what the stay is about. Stay is only an interim stay till the next date of hearing, which happens to be November 17th. That's all. That's all. It's an interim stay till November 17. Now let me come back to see, what RSS is. An organization which hasn't unfurled the national flag for 52 years. How can you call it a nationalistic organization? No. And an organization whose MP Agevi has recently said that Janagana Mana should not be our national anthem. How can we call such an organization a national organization? No. Now some of my friends said, is it involved in terrorist activity? Who killed Gandhi? It was Nathuram Godse. Who was Narayan Apte? Who was Savarkar? What did Gopal Godse, Nathuram Godse's brother, say? He said, all my brothers and my whole family was involved with RSS. So there is no doubt, and anyone should not have any doubt in the mind that all the terrorists who killed Mahatma Gandhi belong to an organization called RSS. And my friend himself said that RSS is a Hindu organization. How can an organization which has a Hindu ideology and which wants a Hindu Rashtra be not a communal organization? It is a communal organization. RSS cannot be a secular organization because it is not an organization for all. In Karnataka, there are RSS activists who have killed Gauri, who have killed Kalburgi, who killed Dabholkar. All of them have RSS affiliation. Who hoisted Pakistan flag in Bagalkot and Bijapur? It was that RSS ideologue, activist of RSS who hoisted national flag in Bijapur and Bagalkot so that that particular blame comes on the Muslims. Please understand. Who are the people who do cow vigilante down there in the roads? Who are the people who hit people on New Year Eve? All of them had affiliation to the RSS, and there should not be any doubt in anyone's mind that RSS
are these your charges, or is there any proof to back your claims?
Please read Dinendra K. Jha's book. Gopal Godse himself has said, me, my brother, all of them belong to the RSS. Even today, Savarkar by RSS is prayed on a daily basis in the shakas. RSS wasn't accused in Gandhi murder. Who was Narayan Apte? He belonged to RSS. Who was Gopal Godse? Who was another accused? He belonged to RSS. As simple as that. So you cannot tell that
Ashok Gowda. Ashok Gowda.
His background is
Ashok
very
Gowda.
clean.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
See, Satya Prakash ji does not understand the history at all. First thing is, clearly, including the central government, investigated the matter and clearly said RSS is nowhere concerned with Mahatma Gandhi. He can be filed for this defamation case. First point number one. Point number two. Who said the RSS is a communal organization? I've already clarified. And he also said Godse is from RSS. Godse was never associated with RSS. And as well as if that was true, then what was the state? What two inquiries happened? You cannot spread like the lies like this. Savarkar also what he has said. In fact, Nehru called RSS for the march after the China war. See, all these are part one. Part two is in Karnataka, because they are not able to face the people, they are bringing all these things. And as well, Satya Prakash ji should read the history in detail. But if the RSS was banned in 1948, if the RSS was banned in 1975 after Misa, if the RSS was banned in 1992, who lifted RSS ban? Now, just because you want to divert the issues from the burning farmers' issues, just because you want to divert that there is a dacoity which is happening in Karnataka by the Congress government, you are bringing all these stupid things and nonsense things. Let Priyanka Kharge answer for
He's killing the father of the nation, stupid thing. He's killing father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, a stupid thing.
In Karnataka.
Who killed Mahatma Gandhi?
To the farmers of Karnataka.
It was those with Hindutva agenda. It was those with Hindutva agenda. It was those from Hindutva agenda and who were also affiliated with the RSS who killed Mahatma Gandhi. Who killed Mahatma Gandhi? Who killed Mahatma Gandhi? You tell me. Who killed Mahatma Gandhi?
You are investigated. You should tell. You are investigated. You should tell.
What is Gopal Godse, Nathuram Godse's brother say?
You should tell.
It is far from truth. Our whole family has voted for RSS. Is what Gopal Godse said. Our whole family has voted for RSS is what Gopal Godse said. Please read history. इतिहास पढ़ो मेरा भाई इतिहास पढ़ो वीरेंद्र के झा का पुस्तक पढ़ो There clearly has said, Gopal Godse has said, my whole family has worked with RSS.
You think
Do you know? When RSS said that Nathuram Godse didn't belong to RSS, and before Nathuram Godse was hanged, he sang Sada Vachale in the jail before going to the gallows. Do you know that? Why did Nathuram Godse sing Sada Vachale if he was not from RSS? You tell me, why did Nathuram Godse, before going to the gallows, sang Sada Vachale in the jail? You tell me that.
After
Yes,
2000,
Nathuram Godse did not belong to the RSS. Why did his brother Gopal Godse said, my whole family has worked for RSS?
everywhere we are hoisting the flag. These are
How
the people,
long you will tell lies? RSS is keeping on telling lies. RSS affiliated people and those people who had affiliation to Hindutva ideology only killed Mahatma Gandhi.
I think
Killers of Mahatma Gandhi cannot be a nationalistic organization. Killers of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, cannot be a nationalistic organization.
They are the people.
RSS cannot be a nationalistic organization. Those who killed Mahatma Gandhi cannot be a nationalistic organization.
People who do this. We don't do this. We don't do this.
Shame on you.
Okay.
Shame
Okay.
on you.
I'm afraid we've run out of time. We're going to wait and watch how this pans out. For the time being, of course, no relief. But the Congress spokesperson there saying that wait and watch how the case will pan out. They're hopeful for some relief in the future. Well, will that come or not? We will, of course, keep an eye on this story. For the time being, my thanks to all of our guests for joining us. Let's slip into a short break.